Hey, hey, hey. God.
Yeah.
Miss Jamaica, but we have Mr. Jamaica on Zoom right now.
Right here. Dude, this song is a whole.
Yo, ain't no big up yourself.
Yeah, I've seen a youngin. Is that your daughter or your? She's dancing to the record at the background.
Nah, my little sister.
Oh.
My little sister.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up?
oh, Hi.
Wagwan. You good?
Oh, go on.
Oh my God, she's precious. She's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Listen, you know.
Yeah. Vibes Nation, welcome to the A Rush Hour. This is the entertainment hour, but not tonight, this evening. Oh my God, curfew may really mess up a lot of things. Today we have a man like Zac Jone in the building, and they're just hearing it from the background, the sounds of Miss Jamaica, courtesy of him and Agent Sasco. And this is one record that I was introduced. I remember I came to Jamaica around 2019, and we're just cruising around with the Daddy Barnes. Daddy Barnes is Chronix's manager.
Okay.
So we're going to get some spirulina. You know, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember the place, but we're going to get some spirulina. So he played this record. I was like, yo, this is the next youth you have to look out for.
Guy.
Yeah, he represents LA and Jamaica, so look out for him. So I love the record. Then fast forward 2021, 1st of February. Is it 1st of February or March? When I got Lonely. Lonely actually came out 1st of March.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, this is the same youth who did the same record. Yo, Zac Jone is in the building. Welcome. I'm with my co-host. She's called Sue.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be switching off the camera sometime. You're gonna see her. But yeah, welcome to the show, bro. How you doing?
Yo, there, you know, bro. It's a blessing to be here. You don't know, we live from Jamaica. One them live from Kenyan. Blessing to get love on them side. You see me?
Yeah.
So,
hopefully we didn't wake you up. Are you an early riser?
Yeah. Are you a morning person?
Yeah, man, we rise early, man. Right early.
All right. Fair enough. So bless up. First time on Kenyan radio?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
First time on the radio
first time.
in Kenya.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing, you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We're so happy to have you, man. So happy to have you. And we are loving what we have so far. Miss Jamaica and Lonely. Now we can't wait for the rest of this special
EP.
Yeah. I'm so excited for the rest of it to drop.
But before we go to the EP, you told us the title and Lonely is the second single. Just introduce to us who Zac Jone is, because we're telling the audiences, you know, we call them Vibes Nation. We're telling Vibes Nation that even Sue and myself is the first time, you know, like we get to know Zac Jone. So just give us a genesis, you know, how you got into the music.
Yeah.
You know, of course we have your information, you know, regarding when you started, you know, recording your first song and them thing there. But for the massive them tuned in, who is really Zac Jone?
So Zac Jone is a 24-year-old artist from Jamaica. And I really started rap. A lot of my introduction to music is heavily rap, R&B, soul, neo soul. My mom listened to a lot of neo soul when I was growing up, so I would even practice over them neo soul beats. You know, just do a Sunday in the house, and then obviously, you know, we have with Bob Marley, with Sean Paul. Later on in my life, it was Vibes Cartel. And so, you know, really, my music is just a fusion. I still consider myself a reggae artist. You don't know, say reggae liberator. You know what I mean? I say all of this music out of Jamaica. And so we give thanks for our origins. But, you know, when you listen to my music, you'll hear that it's very rap. It's heavily rap based as well, you know. So, come that. And you know, we give thanks for being different and being unique and being able to push the music forward, you know.
100.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
I watched some interview you did some couple of I think a year or some couple of months ago. You described your sound as yard rap.
Yeah.
Talk to us about it. You know, because you're heavily influenced with Shaggy, Biggie Smalls, the Jay-Z, Nelly, and the rest of the people. So speak to us about yard rap.
Fully. So as I said before, I was fully a rapper. You see me? Before I was fully a rapper, before I really started bringing the reggae into the integration. you know, and that is as every young youth, you continue to grow, and if your song continue to evolve, so that when me and Iotas really link up, we start move a little more into the reggae, you see me? But the hard rap is something that, you know, we were doing, and I would still say it's still in there, because as I said, it's still very heavily rap based, but right now we are say reggae, you see me, and we are say reggae with heavy rap influence, you see me? But hard rap was a movement, like, at that time when I was in college, you know, stuff for rap, and we're really not trying to limit ourselves to anything out here. The sky is the limit, you know?
Yeah, for real.
So, I completely agree. And I think you walk the talk when you say the sky's the limit, because you started your independent label with your friends, even when you guys were just kids. But now it's official, it's registered, your labels, Jone. What inspired that? Because I know obviously you're influenced with people who own their own music, who own their own content. With people like Jay-Z, like you mentioned. Or I saw also Nipsey Hussle was a really big influence of yours. So what is it that's so passionate? You're so young. There's not many young artists who own their own labels and have registered and started their own independent labels.
I think
okay.
Is the internet being rude? I'm trying to talk to Zac Jone.
You didn't talk to Zac Jones, man.
I'm talking to Zac Jones, fam. Why is the internet being rude?
it's my
Yo, it's outside.
Is it good
I don't know if it's outside or your side. I don't know. But somebody somewhere is not being nice with the internet.
Yeah.
I can hear you now. You can start again.
Me
hang there now.
Yeah.
Kama ni internet ya Jamaica ama ni internet ya Kenya. Whether you are sales, kindly.
You know what, Sue? Let's press play on Lonely.
Let's press play on Lonely. We're gonna play the next Zac Jones hit.
Yeah.
This is Lonely, coming off his upcoming EP real soon. Zac Jones is who we have right now on Zoom. We're gonna be back after you enjoy some of this. Hopefully you're not feeling too lonely. Now it's fine.
It's fine. I can say where. Tell me you love me, say you never let me go. Tell me you love me, say you never let me go. Tell me you love me, say you never let me go. Even if it's only sometime. When the dark comes and the rain up, boy, I got all that say yes, but your brain is short. Yeah, big up Zac Jones.
Don't know outside, man.
I love her and I hate to let her go. Yeah. Okay, let me show my pretty face. Yeah. I just got to know. Okay. Zac Jones live on Zoom. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, we're outside now.
Yeah. Can't stay sober, can't stay high. I don't want argue, don't want fight. We are here live with Zac Jone on Zoom.
Even if it's
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. We're back.
I'm here trying to add the vocals.
Yo, bro, speak to us about this record. The same producer who worked on you on this tune, you know, has actually worked along with Prodigy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I touched that I'm a bro that To be honest with you, and I said it to people all the time, like Ayotash is top 5 dead or alive for me, producers already.
Yeah,
He's like 23 right now. You see me?
Yeah.
So like immense talent. I'm a brother that and I give thanks. I always tell him I give thanks for being able to work with my favorite producer. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Fully. Because we just
really
as we are push the sound forward, and when me and him sit down, it's just, you know, is really thinking outside the box. He's not really trying to think about what has been done. He's trying to think about how we, you know what I mean? I say how we push the sound forward and what hasn't been done. Still keeping it in you know, the space that we want to keep it, you know. So it's really just a blessing.
Because I must say, your records are kind of, you know, unique. You know, they have that, of course, American influence, the rap influence, the reggae touch, but also some sample like Miss Jamaica. How did you get Assassin, Agent Sasko, to jump on that record? Did he hear the record? Did you just call him or like, yo, Sasko, we need you for Antonia? What did you do?
Nah, man. It's a crazy story because, like, I would have said, like, especially you had asked me about being independent and having my own label. I would say one of the big things that I've realized is like it's just divine timing. You know, when you're independent, things don't necessarily go like this for you exactly like at the snap of a finger, and you have to have patience and you have to just work with the energy and as I was saying before, it's like God I see where God want me to set an example. You know, so I set the example with my visuals. I set the example with the music when I make it and push it forward. You know, I really feel like I'm here to set an example. And so, in going back to the question, when me and the first record me and Ayotash ever worked on was Miss Jamaica. I worked on that record with Ayotash. For example, I would work on the record Tuesday, and a brethren of mine live across the road from Sasko, and so he was like, "Yo, Sasko said we can link him Thursday." And so once again, I just worked on Miss time with Ayotash, and then when I went to link Sasko, I had other ideas because I was like, I want to do something different with Miss Jamaica. I had some other idea for it, you know. But I definitely wanted to work with Sasko. That was one of the things. I say, yo, if I go there, I definitely go get a song. Because, you know, them one they are veteran and is massive respect for them one day.
Yeah.
And so I went there, played him like 5 records. He was like, all right, you know, them cool, you know, giving me advice as a OG, isn't it? And then I say, yo, I never want to play this record, but my brother I say, yo, play it. So I say, all right, I go play the record. Because as I said, I need to get Sasko on one record. So even if it's that, then we'll do it.
It's fine.
When I played that record for him, like I really saw like the childlike enthusiasm, you know, like him get up and he must say, yo, pull up that, you know, like them energy they were before with the records I never see. So, you know, so him say, yo, finish this one. And once you finish it, you have my word, like, for good.
Yeah.
So we did some work on the record, and, you know, a couple months later, linking back, him holding word, is him, and is a man who, as I say, I highly respect in that regard. Is a man of him word and is a man of integrity, is him. So, and yeah, is him.
Yeah. So these 2 singles are out, you know, of course, Miss Jamaica and Lonely being the latest one. Speak to us about your upcoming project, Manayad, the EP. Because Lonely was released in 2019. Now, 2021, you put out. Is it that you take so much time with the records to perfect them, or just move with your own time? Just speak to us about that and what we should expect coming off this EP, Manayad.
So, you know, like it go back to what I was saying about like really just realizing that, you know, it's divine timing. A lot of times I might want to rush the record, and a lot of times people, you know, outside people are like, yo, drop that record. But if I know that, not, you know how it go, like, the record,
I'm a DJ, so I really, you know, put you guys to pace, like, yo, we need a tune, we need a dap, jingle. So I understand.
But like, it's also realizing as I say, like, but there for I want to push each song to its maximum potential. So Lonely last year wasn't what it was this year, even up to a week before, you know. And you know, there were other things that kind of slowed up the process of it coming out. But once again, I feel like it came out at the right time. You know, and so that's it. So sometimes I take long with my records if need be, and then sometimes some of them are a little quicker. But we do have a process, and we do have, you know, a way that we place everything for say, yo, so we are gonna do it. And then we work with that, and then, you know, we make God do the rest. So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know we're letting God do the rest, but when exactly can we expect the EP then?
Oh, the EP, yeah, no, you're gonna get the EP this year, man. You're gonna get the EP this year. We have, I want to say, I have 1 to 2 more singles that I want to release off of it.
Okay.
It just depends on how everything flow. You see me? But you're definitely gonna get another single. So you're definitely gonna get 1 more before the EP drop. You see me? So, I can't give you an expected date.
No, yo, hold on, brother.
But
you can.
Yo, this is adrenaline. You have to give us some I mean, just tell us somebody you've worked with apart from Otosh.
Yes.
And the rest are Assassin.
Give us
but
some.
just give us some, fam. Some that
you
can.
Said, oh, you want to know who else is on the EP?
Yeah.
All right. So a virgin of mine, production-wise, I don't think I should release production-wise, my virgin Paris. Who's in, he plays for Protege, he plays keys for Protege.
Cool.
Me and him have 2 records on the project as it stands right now. And then 1 more artist that's going to be on the project is Jesse Raya, Big Bill.
Okay.
Natty Pablo, the small axe.
Yeah, me and him have something crazy.
So,
oh my God,
are we gonna get that exclusive too? Zach, are you gonna give us that exclusive?
Are you gonna give us that exclusive?
Yeah, man, can get exclusive.
Yeah.
Africa exclusive coming soon, guys. Right here on Vibes Radio from Zac Jone. No, I like you talked about yard rap and you talked about working with High Octane and how it's so cool because he doesn't talk about what has been. But there's so much conversation right now in Jamaica and in America because, you guys work in tandem so well when it comes to music about how there's reggae artists who need to stop calling themselves reggae artists because they're not making reggae. There's dancehall artists they need to stop because when somebody listens to it, there's, strong R&B influences or strong hip-hop influences. What do you want to say to those people?
I want to say, for example, I look at it like rap. We still call the rap we still call Travis Scott rap. Yeah. Versus 90s rap. True. It's not the same. It's so definitely not the same thing.
So different.
So I would say allow the music to evolve. If one wants to call it reggae, once there are elements that make up reggae specifically. Yeah. Like have your streke, you have your reggae bass line. There are certain elements that I would say, all right, if you're gonna classify it like that, you make sure you have these elements in there, or even the delivery. I would say someone's delivery can classify it as reggae. But I would also say we just need to allow the youth them to do what the youth them doing. Like innovation. Nobody, most people in the world have never really been on for innovation until it happened, and then them say, yo, but that's good.
Now we like it. It's true.
So, now we like it. So allow people to be innovative, but for the youth them what making the music, don't listen to everything you hear. If you feel it and your energy is with it, then work with it. You see me?
100%.
That's it. Yeah.
And whoever you're making the music for, they'll hear it and they'll love it. Like we're here in Kenya and we have Zac Jone and we're like, this is amazing.
Exactly.
Maybe you can add something small because we have also this conversation in Jamaica going on right here. So right now that there's too much trap dancehall, these young upcoming artists, people like you,
trap
they chronic them, they intense them, they eye water them, they're so much into trap dancehall. So what to say regarding that? Because enough of the veterans have come through and they're like, yo, I know real dancehall that we need to go back, to the basics and them kind of beats and them things there. So what do you say about that?
I mean, I would say I have a lot to say about it. So a lot I wouldn't say on air. Because really and truly, I would also say that if they have a market for that, and that's what their market is, like for example, Intense, when Intense drop a video, Intense go millions real quick. So Intense has a market. I would say I don't think that we should try and limit artists to one specific market. Artists can create their own market. Once it is feasible, once you can make money out of that market, then hold your market. If you're not making money, if you're not making money, or if you're not getting the love that you want to get out of the music, then you can try something else.
Yeah,
personally,
for real.
Personally, my preference is old school dancehall. So that's what I say. I wouldn't say too much about it, but that's just my preference. Everybody has their own opinion. But those artists have their market. Let them explore their own market. You know.
All right.
Now, in Lonely, you're talking, you know, about a relationship, and in Miss Jamaica, you're obviously talking about Miss Jamaica. Now, there's a lot of influence about women and for women in your music so far, and I want to ask, where does that influence come from? Obviously, you have many strong women in your life, including your little sister. Me and Heno had the pleasure of meeting her. So talk to me about that, because also, you know, reggae music and Jamaican music hasn't always been well known to always praise women and put them on a pedestal. So how do you work with that? Because obviously you're a man also, so you can only you know, rap from a man's perspective.
Me just love women. That's really it. Like
that's it.
I have a lot of strong women in my life, from my mom to my grandmother to, you know, like all of these women that raised me, you know, and instill specific values in me that I carry on, you know. And I would say, see my little sister run down there too.
She's looking around.
She's just running around.
You know,
fine.
She has had a big impact in my life as well, you know. So I would say, but my thing is always, like, I grew up listening to Pharrell, I grew up listening to Jay-Z, and like I always admired how them man they talk to women. I like to make women feel good. So like that's something that definitely when I know, so I want to be an artist, I'm saying, all right, you know, like I want to be able to talk to women in a certain way to make women feel comfortable, to make women feel good. And you know, like another thing is, as you said, like when there's not really a lot of that praising women, putting women on a pedestal, and I think there needs to be more, because women are so important. Without women, there's no us, isn't it? Literally, man can't.
For real.
Man alone can't.
Tell them, Zach. Tell them, please.
Yeah. Man alone can't make the world go around. So, isn't it? If it's me to talk to the women, then I'll do that. I don't have a problem.
You'll take one for the team. I love it. Thank you so much, Zac Jone. Now, there is Kenyan fans that are loving your music here. Just today, we were getting people tweeting us specifically, like writing the exact tune of the song and the person you work with. So what would you want to say to all your Kenyan fans or all your East African fans? Because there's people out there that are really loving your tunes.
Yeah, I would say, yo, I really appreciate you guys' love. Isn't me? As you say, I'm a young youth, you know, and at one point, all of this was a dream, you know? Like, so to know that people listening to me in Kenya, to East Africa, to know that you guys are playing the music on the radio is really just a blessing. It's like, I really take everything a day at a time and put everything into perspective, and like my heart full. It's in my heart full, you know. So I really appreciate you guys. Keep streaming, keep listening, keep sharing. You don't know, and we have more music for you. So we are going. Nah, left you out, isn't it?
For it. So Zac Jone is still here for some couple of minutes. Vibes Nation, if you have anything you want to talk to or ask Zac Jone, please tweet us at Vibes0KE, at Sura Common, at ZJ Heno. But brother, I'm seeing that you're supposed to study medicine, but along that line, you know, you switch to the music thing. So speak to us briefly about that, and
how your parents
allowed that, and also just mention how, you know, because of course last year it was, you know, for lack of a better word, messy and not the player. It was really, really messy, and because of COVID, people couldn't travel, you know, artists them couldn't make bread and everything, they know. So speak to us, you know, as a former medical student and now as an artist. Speak to us regarding that. Why did you leave medicine and do music and just COVID in general? Because now they have the vaccine. Where do you stand regarding that? So I know those are like 3-4 questions.
Are you telling me that Zac Jone could have been a frontline worker?
Yeah.
He's here making music.
Making music. And we love the music.
No, we love the music. So please.
We still at the frontline work, man. We just do it from a different perspective.
For real, yeah.
So me, like I said, I always feel like I'm here to set an example. In school, I was the friend that could do everything, like party, illegal stuff that I will mention on the radio and thing. Yeah, you know, I don't think that's necessary, but like do all of that and still get really good grades. So I was able to, throughout high school, do music, like with my brethren them, go out, play football, do whatever, and still like be right, do really well in school. And so I was able to do that in high school. My parents wanted me to do medicine. I always wanted to do music since I was a kid, and I was able to balance it in high school. Now, when I got to college, I realized I wasn't able to balance it. I realized that it was far more demanding as far as the medicine was concerned. And so,
for sure.
Yeah, and so I just realized that at one point, like I was coming to class and realizing that there's a test, and I missed like 3 classes because I was writing music in my dorm, and just realized at that point I had to make a decision, and my decision was music. And my parents didn't necessarily like that. I remember me and my dad argued over the phone for the longest while. Like, I remember walking through the school and I'm like, yo, I'm changing it right now. And he's like, yo, don't do that, boo-boo. But you know what I mean? After, like, it worked out at the end, and I would really say, like, it was testament, and my parents are like some of my biggest supporters right now. So it really is just testament to I would say, to the youth, them to just go with the energy. Like, don't try and please anybody else. You there for yourself, you know what I mean? I say?
Yeah.
Like, meaning like you born alone and you're going to die alone. You don't want to die with the regret that I didn't do what my soul truly wanted me to do, you know? And so we give thanks, once again, it's just part of the journey,
Yeah.
Now, what was it like studying at USC? It's a very, very well-known university, very popular. First of all, congratulations, because I know if you got in for medicine, you are very clever, and that was not the task. So well done. Now I'm also understanding how you're able to handle this, independent label and all these things.
Yeah.
Was that different for you? Would you say that, having that university education, having that experience still like makes a really big difference, especially for, a lot of youth who are having that fight that you were having with your parents that time? Do you think it was still worth it? Would you still tell somebody, get your papers, get your job? Yeah.
Because I in the end, I feel like I still stayed in school for them. That was my initial thought at the time, because I was like, I just want to drop out at the
Give
time.
Give them the paper, say, here, mom and dad, now I'm done. I can do me now.
Exactly. But like, when I switched to medicine, they were like, yo, you still have to graduate. So I'm like, switch from medicine.
Yeah.
Still have to graduate. But I realized, changing my mindset on school, I started to, once I switched from medicine, I went to music, didn't get into the music program. I went into psychology and social sciences. And I realized that I was able to then take from school what I needed, instead of feeling like school was taking from me. So I chose music business classes. I chose music law, music management, music PR, outside of like Black history, Caribbean history, things that I really wanted to know, and things that I felt like would inform my perspective when talking about music, psychology, love, and the importance of the Black woman, all of those type of stuff I was studying at the time. And so it was just me really being like, all right, I have this time here, let me put it to good use. Let me not waste it and sulk and talk about I don't want to be here. And then in the end, all of these things, like you said, I have the independent label, have been able to educate me on how to move within the industry. So it was a blessing. And for any youth who going through that, use college to your advantage. Don't make college use you, So take the classes you want, do what you need to. If you need to do business, you do business. If you need to do law, you need to do law. Just do it, Take classes that make you happy, That's really it. Because it has so much to offer. It's just education at the end of the day.
100%. So guys, get your papers. Zac Jone said, go study first. Yeah. Then you can come back.
Get your university papers and also the street papers,
and
money.
The street papers, please. Now, when you started off doing music, you were working with your friends. How you guys used to hang out and make music together. Now, with your label, and you're doing it a little bit more seriously, I've always wondered, because you will look at, some people's teams, the Jamaican artists, and it's like, yes, there's them as the Jamaican artists, and everybody else in their team is all Americans or people from the UK, who does your PR, who does your. Now, you're young and you're doing it independent. Do you find it easy to work with fellow young Jamaicans, or is it a bit more challenging?
I find it to be a blessing. Like, I have some crazy talented people on my team, and it's really great to see young people such as myself be able to put their talents to work. You see me? Yeah. Like, it's really a blessing. Like, it's like, for me, is to be able to work with my own people, I say, like, and bring them up, I say, obviously, like, I do have people on my team that are outside of Jamaica as well.
Yeah.
But it's just, that to me is a blessing. That to me, and for us to be able to just say, yo, this is what we're doing and we're pushing the boundaries together, we're pushing the barriers, isn't it? One person in particular, big up my creative director, Lauren Tomlinson, I don't know, my bad charge that, and she's like, her vision is crazy. Like even the visualizer that we dropped that day for the song, that was like, we did that on Monday, the song finished on, like the song came out on Friday. You know, she was just like, I needed that.
Wow. Yeah, it's amazing.
Everything, so yeah, man. So, you know.
That is incredible. Now, I have to ask, who are the people now you would want to work with? You said you still have 2 more singles maybe to finish. Maybe we could do you a favor. Who knows? Maybe they're tuned in. Who are these people that you really, really want to work with? Not strictly to Jamaica. You could do local or international artists as well.
Definitely Coffee. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I have high respect for Coffee. Isn't it? Her energy, just you know, vibes and isn't it? As far as we know, the respect is mutual too. So definitely Coffee. For real, if we just talk about
my gosh.
Yeah, for real, I'm a god. Isn't it? Them man that
real.
It's always been a dream of mine to work with.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
So let's get to a little bit personal. What teams, what sports does Zac Jone watch? Which team do you support? Do you watch the NFL, English Premier League, basketball?
Oh, what teams? Yeah, Liverpool. Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool, just like me, man. No, am I team that?
No. We're cutting this Zoom call. It's over.
No.
This is done.
Yeah, Liverpool is my team. So what do you do to like relax? You know, what are some of your hobbies? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I watch football. Although this season, I can't really relax this season watching Liverpool, to be honest with you.
It's tense. It's tense.
You know,
I understand, bro. I understand. It's really crazy, but at least at the Champions League, you know, we are doing our team, you know? Yeah.
We are playing,
but the Premier League is kind of tough.
Yeah.
What about some of your hobbies? What do you like to do and stuff like that?
I love going to the beach. I love playing football. I love writing poetry when I'm ready. Sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just depends on the vibe. I love talking to people, to be honest with you, like about like real stuff. You know what I mean? I say like talking to my friends when they need it, or you know, just like having real conversations. Them things they really make me feel good. You see me? But moving forward conversations, isn't it?
I like that. When we put up your poster, you know, maybe there's some Kenyan babes, some Jamaican babes who are, you know, interested. So I'm only asking for them. Really?
Right.
Is Zac Jone on the market? Is you single?
Are you in the stock exchange?
Are you on the trade?
I mean,
nobody's ever ready for this question, even when they're not single. Everyone is always just like,
I leave that one as unknown still, isn't
it? Oh, man. That means, ladies, it is open for market.
Yo, so brother, we have talked about the music, you know, the EP, you know, hobbies and them things. What do you feel like we have not talked about, and maybe just a message, you know, to the people who are listening to Zac Jone on Vibes Radio for the first time? What you have to tell them, you know, and what should they look out for as we finish up?
You said what should they look out for?
Yeah.
Just look out for more amazing music. Look out for more music that, you know, me and my family don't necessarily put out, that's really gonna push the barriers and, you know, push the boundaries and Jamaican music, you know, like going forward, we really come here for left a legacy. So if you're here all the way with us, yeah, go see the empire build up the right way. But we are building brick by brick, and you know, we are give thanks for the process. Yeah. You see me? And then look out for the next single coming up. As I said, I don't really want to say too much about it, but Heno will get it.
It's really coming quick. Soon. Heno will have
it. Thank you. So how can guys, the socials, please, do you have a website? How can guys book you? How can guys get features, dubs, and them thing there?
Facts. Yeah, for dubs, link me zacmusic.management. So it's zacmusic.mgmt@gmail.com. So yeah, link me for dubs, features, etc. Social media, you can also hit me in the DM, ZACJONESSTONY. That's Zac Jone Stoney. You see me? So yeah, we're fully outside. So just link me. You see me? So I
All right, before we let you leave, brother, Zac Jones, the word Jones has like a $sign S. What does that mean? Is this intentional, or is somebody called Zac Jones, or a money you want to make the whole of your life?
Money you make.
Yeah?
That's intentional. You see me? When we started Stoney back in the day, you see me, it was Stoney with the $sign. You see me? So just keep it, we just keep it going.
All right.
No, I like it. Also, the people that you follow and the people inspired by, Jay-Z, Nipsey Hussle, they're all about them.
Yeah,
exactly. Isn't it?
For real.
Well, we want to thank you. Thank you so much, Zac Jones, for coming through.
Yo,
You're an early riser. We can see you're fresh. Sometimes we have Zooms, guys, are struggling. You were ready.
Yo, Zac Jones was like, we're going in 15? No, let me know. Video or audio. Like, he wanted to make sure. But anyway, thank you very much for passing through once more, because, I just hit him up on the DM. I just tried my luck. Like, yo, bro, can you have you? I was like, yeah, man, set it up.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for being humble, because enough of them artists out there, so, them send you around and around before you get an interview or a conversation.
It's so difficult.
So we have to mention it on air, man. Like, we appreciate you taking your time, just speaking to us out of your busy schedule, waking up. So we appreciate it, man.
No, I appreciate the love that you guys showing from all the way out there. Like, I had to show love, you see me?
Yeah.
And it's a blessing. As I said, it's a blessing to be on Kenyan radio. This is my first time, so that's a landmark. You see me? I can tick that off of the box.
Yeah. So introduce to us Lonely. We are about to press play on it again. So we want to put down our mics, put down the volume, put down the bed, so that you can give us a proper intro, and we press play on the new single from Zac Jones. It's called Lonely. Take it away, bro.
Please.
You don't know, sir, Zac Jones, you're on Vibes Radio, you're listening to my new single, Lonely. Check it out.
Boop, 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 boop. Thank you very much, bro. Take care, yeah? Link up soon, yeah?
Yo, bless up. You don't know, man.
Bless. Thank you so much.
Respect.